We're moving on to Justin Bieber, speaking of artists. He posted these kind of bizarre pictures over the weekend. Pictures that look like he's crying.
Yeah. Why is the question?
Yeah.
What's going on?
And the question is that performative? Are those real tears? We had in our morning meeting today, there were some people who thought maybe this is somebody that's not really crying, but they put eye drops on or something. But others thought, no, this is real. I don't know, but it certainly projects an image of somebody who's almost tormented.
Today I have a prophetic warning. It's dangerous to touch someone who belongs to God. On today's episode, leave Justin Bieber alone. Anyone who is familiar with the tabloids, the Hollywood machine, what we have come to know as the Matrix, knows that there is a segment of that machine that makes money off of people's pain and off of their suffering. Today, I want to talk to you about Justin Bieber. I want to talk to you about his conversion, the before and the after, and why it is dangerous to make fun of or try to expose or to judge someone who has turned their life over to God. I want you to watch this.
It isn't really necessary to smile for a mugshot, but that's what residents of celebrity land are trained to do around cameras.
All right, the first case this afternoon is Justin Bieber.
This afternoon, though, the grin was gone. In a courtroom video appearance from jail, Bieber alternated between striking bad boy poses and just looking scared. This was one TV spot his publicist couldn't control.
DUI, alcohol, or drugs? Resisting without violence? And driving with an expired driver's license.
This was not, reportedly, the first time Bieber has raced a Lamborghini, just the first time he's been caught. And of course, fans were following.
Oh my God, Justin just got pulled over.
I've learned something through the years. God has blessed us and has honored us to be in the lives of some very, very well-known people, influential people actually in Hollywood. And it did not take me long to realize and to wake up to the fact that people who everyday America mainstream sees as pop stars, the rich, the wealthy, influential, especially people who are in the music industry in Hollywood, as well as people who are in the pop music industry, are human beings. They're people who appear to be happy. They appear to have it all. But when you look closer, it is just the opposite. These men and women who have had everything that the heart can desire, in reality, in most instances, I would say 99.9% of the time, are actually deeply suffering. And they find out very quickly that everything that glitters like gold is not what it seems to be. So right now, we're going to watch this video clip on celebrities, how they really feel as opposed to what they look like.
How often do you still battle with depression?
Oh, I'm always depressed, all the time.
Do you feel that you're happier right now than when you were broke or not really?
Sometimes. I had to stop because I had everything and I was absolutely broken inside.
I so badly want to be Catherine Hudson that I don't even want to look like Katy Perry anymore sometimes.
Okay.
I don't want to be too dark, but I genuinely didn't think I would make it to 17.
You didn't think you'd make it to 17?
No.
From the outside, it looks like celebrities have the perfect life. But in reality, being an A-list celebrity absolutely sucks. Mental breakdowns, addictions, depression, bankruptcy, and sometimes even death. But why? Why is having what everyone else seems to want, money and fame, always seems to lead to disaster?
You can see the people that Hollywood preps up on a pedestal and everyday Main Street America has come to worship are really people who are just hurting. I'm not for one moment advocating the sin, the debauchery, the immorality that's occurring in Hollywood or in what we call the Matrix. But what I am saying is that there are some people in Hollywood who are desperately trying to find their way back. such as the case with Justin Bieber, who has recently been in the news. Some of you have been watching the case with Sean Combs, and we have learned that Justin was introduced to P. Diddy at 14 years old by Usher, the pop star Usher. What followed, of course, now has been exposed, and we have a very different picture of Justin Bieber than the one that Main Street America was idolizing and worshiping. We saw a Justin that looked like he was climbing the ladder to fame, had everything that he ever wanted as a young man, but now looking back, we see a young man that was being groomed by predators and taken into something he could not get out of. It took a miracle of God to get him out of where he was. And here's one of the clips that alleges that he was being groomed at 14 years old by Sean Combs.
Turn 16. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours. So every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty, but you know. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
Right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything?
Yeah.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Correct.
Bad boy. Oh, he's bad boy now. Here's your icon alert. It's called He's Bad Boy Now. It's called Don't Ever Play Yourself.
Can you imagine this young man who became a pop star at the age of 13 and really prior of that, comes out of Canada, is one of the most famous people on planet Earth. Think about this. Justin has sold an estimated 150 million records worldwide. He's known globally. And in January of 2023, Justin sold his music catalog to Hypnosis Songs Capital for $200 million. The deal, the article says, included his publishing, copyright, master recordings, neighboring rights, which are public performing rights for sound recordings. Think about this. Justin Bieber has accomplished 8 #1 hits on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100. Meaning Justin had everything that money could buy, and yet it did not satisfy him. I want you to see the former version of Justin, and then we're going to come back and we're going to show you what happens when the Holy Spirit affects your life.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Bizzle, apparently, had arranged for his entourage to block off a street for his drag race. The police who pulled him over smelled booze and said Bizzle got lippy. Miami's police chief is evidently not a believer.
The officer at that time did place Mr. Bieber under arrest for resisting without violence, for not following his instructions.
We love you, Justin!
The official report says Bieber cursed at police, wouldn't submit to a search, and later acknowledged consuming alcohol and drugs. And he's still under investigation in Los Angeles for throwing eggs at a neighbor's house. Police there found cocaine in his mansion last week. For now, the famous Canadian is free on $2,500 bail. Whether he'll be allowed to remain in America, having admitted drug use, is an open question.
So this is what it means in 1 Peter 2:9 when it says God calls us out of deep darkness into his marvelous light. I want you to see the difference between the former Justin and the Justin now that is being changed by the power of the Holy Spirit, and why it is so dangerous to talk about people who are brand new believers in Hollywood.
I just didn't know what the heck was going on. And so I really took a deep dive in my faith, to be honest. I just went deep into I believed in Jesus, but I never really You know, when it says following Jesus is actually turning away from sin. And so there's no, what it talks about in the Bible, it's like there's no obedience. There's no faith without obedience. So it's like I had faith about like, oh, I believe Jesus died on the cross for me, but I never really implemented it into my life. I never like was like, I'm going to be obedient.
So when did you decide to actually move within the guidelines, and how did you find yourself away from, yeah, I believe in Jesus, but I'm going to drink or do drugs or sleep around or all these other distractions? How did you get out of that world? What was the turning point for you?
I think it was my perception of who Jesus really was, you know? I'd had really bad examples of Christians in my life who would say one thing and do another. So they're my direct example of who Jesus was.
That's why you didn't take it seriously.
I didn't take it as seriously because I didn't have good examples.
Good role models.
Yeah.
I just want to know what it looks like to love people, you know? I want to know that Jesus who goes to where the broken people are, you know? No one's got it together, you know? But we do got a hope. And his name is Jesus, and he's changed my life. He's changed my life, man. He's changed my life. Man, and some of you, I don't know, you might not be used to this kind of atmosphere, but what you're feeling right now is the presence of God. And he doesn't need perfect people. He just wants to use average, ordinary, broken people like us, you know? Man, I'm tired of religion, you know? I'm tired of religion. I'm tired of division, you know? I just want to know what it looks like to love people, you know? I want to know that Jesus who goes to where the broken people are, you know? No one's got it together, you know? But we do got a hope. And his name is Jesus, and he's changed my life.
To earn and deserve it. It's a free gift by accepting Jesus and just giving your life to him. And what he did is the gift. The forgiveness is the thing that we look at and, you know, I'm going to worship you, God, because you gave me something so good.
And this is why we need to pray, because before conversion, we're slaves of the powers of darkness. But listen to what 1 Peter 2:9 says. But you are a chosen people. This is after conversion. A royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for God's own possession, so that you may proclaim the praises of the one who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. So can you see why it's important that we as the people of God stop idolizing these people in high places? And more important, we stop scrolling, we stop judging, condemning, gossiping, making it fodder in the everyday workplace, around the water cooler. I want to challenge you to pray. Join with us as we proclaim that a revival is coming to Hollywood, California. Revival is coming to the music industry. These men and women that seem like that they are untouchable, the Holy Spirit can change them in one moment, one single anointed moment. And like Justin, they can go from being a slave to being a praise and worshiper. I want to know what you've thought about today's program. Please like and subscribe. We have about 68% of you who are watching but not subscribing. Please subscribe, like and share, and hit the bell, the notification. When you do that, it helps us beat the algorithms so more people can watch us and hear all of our prophetic updates. God bless you. My name is Mark Filkey. Until next time.